Did you know that before becoming the most beloved villain on kids' TV, Robbie Rotten was literally a puppet? From an Icelandic stage play to becoming a worldwide meme icon, this character's evolution is way crazier than you might imagine. Today, we're going through every stage of Robbie Rotten, and at the end, we'll pay a small tribute to the man who brought him to life. Stick around until the end. It all started in 1999 in Iceland with the original stage play called Glani Gleipur í Latabey. That's where Robbie Rotten stepped onto a stage for the very first time, long before becoming the character we all know today. Even in this first appearance, you can already see that his costume was completely different from the one that would become iconic years later. In this theatrical version, Robbie wore a bright pink coat with a huge, fluffy white fur collar and a matching pointed top hat. It was a much more eccentric look, almost like a classic fairy tale villain, far removed from the tight striped suit we all remember. But in other scenes from that same play, he appeared in a completely black outfit, tight to the body and with no flashy details at all. It looked much darker and more mysterious, as if it revealed a more sinister side of the character before his final visual identity was established. These two completely opposite versions showed that the team behind LazyTown was still figuring out who Robbie Rotten really was. And here's the part almost nobody knows. Between 1999 and 2000, a Robbie Rotten puppet was built. It was made by Wit Puppets, an Icelandic puppet-making company founded by Gudmundur Thor Karason, the same puppeteer who would later bring Ziggy to life. Wit Puppets was founded in 1994 and specialized in designing, building, and performing puppets for commercials, television shows, and stage productions. They worked with LazyTown Entertainment between 1998 and 2002. This particular puppet was originally used for early test commercials and promotional material for LazyTown before the show existed as we know it today. And here's the curious part. This exact same puppet later appeared in the official series episode Secret Agent Zero. That means this little piece of LazyTown history survived even after Robbie already had an actor. In 2002, an unaired pilot episode of LazyTown was filmed. In that pilot, Robbie already had several characteristics that would later be used in the 2004 series, but the original puppet had been completely scrapped. It served as a kind of bridge between the earliest version and the Robbie Rotten we all know. And now we get to the stage everyone remembers, the official series. Robbie Rotten made his television debut in the episode Welcome to LazyTown in 2004. This is the version that stayed in the memory of an entire generation. The striped suit, the impossible hairstyle, the eyebrows, and his failed schemes against Sportacus and the residents of LazyTown. Years later, in 2016, LazyTown got a second life thanks to the internet. Memes exploded, songs like We Are Number One went viral on a level nobody expected, and at the same time, the whole world learned that Stefán Karl Stefánsson, the actor behind Robbie Rotten, was battling cancer. That combination of humor and genuine affection brought Robbie Rotten back into everyone's conversations, but this time in a completely different way. But beyond LazyTown, Stefán Karl Stefánsson had a long and outstanding career that proved his talent went far beyond this character. Before becoming known around the world as the show's unforgettable villain, he had already built an extensive career in Icelandic theater, appearing in numerous musical productions and classical plays. He also worked in Icelandic television and film, did voiceover work, and began his career as a puppeteer. That experience likely helped him develop the exaggerated movements, facial expressions, and physical comedy that later made Robbie Rotten so unique. Another one of his major roles was the Grinch in the musical How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a character he played during several tours across North America. But despite everything he accomplished throughout his career, Robbie Rotten became the role that connected him with millions of people around the world. Thanks to his energy, his sense of humor, his expressive acting, and that unmistakable personality, Stefán turned what could have been a simple villain from a kids' show into one of the most memorable characters of an entire generation. sensation. Years later, Robbie found a new audience through his songs, internet memes, and the worldwide popularity of We Are Number One, introducing Stefán's performance to millions of people who may never have seen LazyTown during its original run. Sadly, Stefán Karl passed away in 2018, but the joy he gave his viewers never disappeared. His performances continue to be watched, shared, and remembered by fans all over the world, proving that his legacy is much bigger than a single television role. Robbie Rotten may have tried time and time again to ruin Sportacus's plans and cause trouble for the residents of LazyTown, but Stefán Karl gave the character heart, humor, and humanity, making him impossible not to love. Thank you, Stefán Karl Stefánsson, for bringing Robbie Rotten to life, for making millions of people laugh, and for leaving behind a legacy that will never be forgotten.
It really touches my heart. Thank you so much. And goodbye, everybody!